Acadia National Park is the obvious number one, especially for outdoor lovers. Don't forget to pack a jacket and good hiking shoes. The park's most famous hike is the aptly named Precipice Trail. It is not for the faint of heart. Rising more than 1,000 feet over rocks and cliffs, this hike was definitely my favorite part of the trip. Probably the scariest thing I've done, but it was definitely worth it. Be advised though, it is not recommended for small children, people with a fear of heights, aka me, but somehow I did it anyway, or for anyone in wet weather. Descending the precipice is also dangerous and not advised. So after you summit, you come back down the back of the mountain, hiking about 2 miles back to the parking lot. Also in Acadia is a much more manageable hike called Bubble Rock. It is only 1.5 miles round trip. At the top of this hike, you'll find a large round rock perched precariously at the edge of the mountain. It's definitely a unique sight and will make you marvel at Mother Nature's creativity. And it's a nice spot for a selfie. Another honorable mention for Acadia includes Thunder Hole. These beautiful ocean view cliffs are a short walk from the parking lot. The area is known for producing deafening splashes up the rocks about 1 or 2 hours before high tide. Whether or not you arrive at the best time, it does make for a great seaside view. Number 2, bird watching. The coast of Maine is a trusted path for migratory birds and a great place to see dozens of species. Many birds can be seen all around Maine, but before you leave Acadia National Park, check out Penobscot Peak. A reservation is needed, but you can drive to the top. While there are various trails around Penobscot Peak, not far from the parking lot you can find Hawk Watch, an area where you can sit and look for migratory birds as they pass along the coast, mountainside, and even directly overhead. You can chat with Hawk Watch international representatives who are available in the morning until early afternoon. Another great, although less known, place to see birds is the Stanwood Wildlife Sanctuary in Ellsworth, Maine. Apart from the chance to see wild birds along the various hiking trails there, you can also see birds that are in recovery and training programs up close in the various habitats. Donations are welcome, but it's free to get in. Last but not least, there are opportunities to see birds and other wildlife on boat tours off the coast of Maine. We had an excursion booked, and I'm sure it would have been fun, but unfortunately it was canceled due to weather conditions. Number 3, Fort Knox and Penobscot Narrows Observatory. Just 20 miles from Ellsworth, Maine, on the Penobscot River is the tallest bridge observatory in the world. Admission is available with a ticket to Fort Knox, so you can get a view inside the 420 feet granite tower and also explore some American history. Unfortunately, we didn't get that view from the top because it was a very foggy day, but there's a nearby lookout where you can take pictures of the bridge from the ground. We spent most of our time here walking around the fort. This lesser-known Fort Knox was prepared with cannons to protect the valley from a naval attack, although they were never used. The fort was used, however, as a garrison for infantry during the Civil and Spanish-American Wars. It is Maine's largest historical fort and a must-see for history lovers. Number 4, Westquay Head Lighthouse. Iconic Westquay Head Lighthouse sits over a bluff on the easternmost point of the contiguous United States. Here you can relax, take pictures, and find birds out over the Quoddy Channel, which divides the US and Canada. While here, you can do some hiking to other lookouts along the coast. And I don't know if it's supposed to be here, but I spotted several cute little fairy homes along the pathway. At least that's what I called them. I guess somebody was doing some subtle decorating along the trail. Not sure if it was permissible or not. Or maybe it was fairies. Could have been fairies. There is also an exhibit inside the visitor center, although it wasn't open when we were there. Number 5, Maine Lobster. You can't leave Maine before trying fresh lobster, boiled and served with butter. Maine is known for its seafood, especially lobster. Quite frankly, it's really good, but it is not cheap. We ate at a restaurant called Helen's in Ellsworth, and its prices were reasonable and the food was great. You might also like to dine in Bar Harbor, which is right next to Acadia National Park. It's also a great place to walk around and shop. There are a lot of gift shops, including the Rock and Art Shop, where I ran into this display of the Fiji mermaid, as well as an authentic cast of a T-Rex skull. Somehow I didn't take a picture of that one. It was a cool shop and had a lot of interesting taxidermy and other oddities. Maine is a beautiful state and makes for a nice, relaxing vacation. Those are 5 things to do in Maine based on our first-time trip. So it's not an exhaustive list. If you have any recommendations, leave them in the comments below. 2 honorable mentions include apple picking in Ellsworth and a visit to FDR's Summer Cottage Museum in Campobello Island, Canada. Of course, don't forget your passport if you want to see that. Thank you for joining me today. Have a great trip, and remember to smile.
Are you seeing anything today?
Some birds, yeah. We have.
How's it taste?
We'll try it. It's really good.
I like it. Tastes like blueberry.